So this segment is called Gotta Get to Know Him in 5 minutes or less. And this is all created by me in order to introduce you to the next podcaster that I am currently collaborating with to do this episode. So have fun, listen to the answers, and get to know this guest. Let's get into it.
All right, this is Gotta Get to Know Him in 5. Timer is on. Question number 1. What's your podcast and when did you start it?
My podcast is the perspectives of a real ass nigga. I started it in January of 2019.
Okay. And number 2, starting out, what's an essential piece of advice for anyone starting a podcast that you would recommend?
If you're not willing to do it for free, don't do it.
Ooh,
And remain consistent if you're gonna do it. If you can't commit to it, don't do it.
that's a good one. I tell everybody when they start a podcast, do not tell people every Monday or every Friday because you don't know what your life is going to be. Just do it. Number 3, name 3 underrated shows in podcasting that people don't know of or you don't think they know of that they should listen to.
She Gets It podcast, the Rosie Perspective podcast, and Frocast.
Yes, forecast is that's a good one. Number 4, what's your podcast purpose and what do you want people to get from it?
Um, I guess I just want to be a counteraction to what rappers say. Like a lot
Mm-hmm.
of what we're sold in culture, I really feel is some bullshit. So I
Mm.
just feel like I'm the voice of, like I'm a counterbalance to the stupid shit that we sold, especially when it comes to the perspective of street niggas.
Mm-hmm. I feel like your podcast does a real good explanation to what this saying is and what it means behind it because sometimes shit go over people's head because they might not be reading or they may not have any wisdom and it's like a bridge to why people say this and what does this word also mean and how you should carry it out with integrity. So that's why I like referring to your show and I purposely pick clips that I pick for a reason to share. Number 5, where can people find your show?
Um, all streaming platforms that I could think of. I think the only one I'm not on is maybe Title, but
Mm.
shout out to Good Pods now. I've been listening to my own shit. I've been listening to everything on Good Pods now because
Okay,
they
that's
looking
good.
out with them rankings and shit. So
Yeah, they
look me up
consistent with
on
that.
Good Pods if you ain't on Apple or what's the other one? Spotify. Those are like the two main ones, but
Mhm.
I'm on everything.
Mhm.
And I'll
Okay.
be live on Instagram and YouTube.
Yes, go check out him on YouTube and leave a comment and share it. Get them
Yeah.
reviews up
Rate
there.
that shit on everything. That's what
Yes.
Frocast been saying. Rate it wherever it's at, wherever it's a rating, rate it.
What's up? Number. Well, you already answered number 5. Where can people find your show? Number 6. 3 things people will get from your show every time they listen.
Jewelry, um, probably a different way of looking at some shit,
Mhm.
and a whole lot of profanity.
I feel like that's what makes it like, okay, this is who this is. I remember him because I feel like there's a way that you say it is not supposed to be disrespectful. It's show you understand the emphasis of what I'm saying. So I feel like that's what really sets your audience apart. Number 7, finish the line. Podcast isn't hard. You just blank.
Lazy.
Hmm.
I feel
I
like
agree.
a lot of motherfuckers like you don't want to get up and do the shit because you just lazy. Because if
Hmm.
you're podcasting, 90% of the shit is the recording part is easy. That's the easiest part of it all. 90% of this shit is fucking marketing and editing and trying to figure out what your voice is gonna sound like and what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it and what's gonna set you apart from everybody else.
Mm. Okay. Number 8. If you had to ask women to share more of X, Y, and Z, what would X, Y, and Z be? Like, what is it that women don't share in podcasting that would be a help to people in general?
That is fucking difficult because I honestly feel like from what I hear in podcasting, there's
Yes.
nothing that women don't share. I feel like y'all cover it all, at least the ones I listen to. Like, I don't think there's nothing that I'm missing. That's part of why I listen to y'all's podcast so much, because it's like, I don't think it's nothing I don't know about women from just listening to the shit that they be saying.
You done. Your time is there. So you got to number 9. That was Too Much Game Podcast. If you would like to know more, check out Too Much Game Podcast on Spotify, on Apple, on any platform, and don't forget to leave a review. It's Cali in the building.